24 in black and white and gold, will come off the bench today. Basketball from Paradise all weekend long. Game 1, Baylor and Southern Miss, and Baylor controls the tap. This Baylor team wants to score, wants to move quick year after year. Little Paige Buggs giving it up to Bella Fontleroy. A little bit of room for Bella, and then her pass went out of bounds. It was not tipped. Strong start for Southern Miss.
Southern Miss really values their defensive intensity and will make you turn over the basketball, getting in the passing lanes, getting in your grill with on-the-ball defense.
Ooh, active fans from Baylor almost forced a turnover. Morgan Sieper had to come back to get it. Bree Sutton with room. Floater in the lane, good. And Southern Miss the first bucket of the ball game.
Sutton did a nice job finding the gap. I call it the hula hoops within the defense that are wide open. She gets inside and gets it to go.
Little Paige Buggs, long J, just inside that line. That's good. Man, when that jumper's rolling, Lex, you wonder how folks can stop her.
Little Paige Buggs gets the defense to jump off of jab steps and shot fakes. And that's what creates space for her to hit that shot mid-range.
Down low, Grayson, one of the best in the Sun Belt. She hits the fall away. We're going back and forth early in Paradise. Question is, how do you try to counter that size disadvantage? There's that floater in and good for Jada Walker.
Well, when we talked to Southern Miss head coach Joy Lee McNellis, she talked about it's the effort over the skill set.
Man, the Red Sea parted there. Nyla Jean off the miss was all alone as a couple of Baylor players went down to the floor. Look at that cross-court pass. Andrews, no. Great look from Fontleroy. Here we go again. Baylor got the rebound and a foul on Sutton as Fontleroy went down hard. The worst fear for Southern Miss, that size for Baylor right now continues to win extra trips offensively.
Huge key for Southern Miss was limiting Baylor's O-boards. Coach McNellis will consider a win, she said, if Southern Miss can keep Baylor's O-boards to under 10 on the game.
Aaronette Vonleh up and good. Went over 1,000 career points last game for Baylor, and there's 2 to tie it.
A player who averages double-digit scoring, 12 points per game.
Up and good. Nice drive by Sieper. Southern Miss has all these answers early on offensively.
Sieper did a nice job going with the underhand scoop. When you beat a defender, sometimes they'll come for that come from behind block, but the other underhand scoop stops that from happening.
Andrews waiting for a Little Paige Buggs screen, didn't get it. Now they go inside to Vonleh. They're loving that matchup inside early on.
Vonleh gets positioning so well. She seals the defense on her backside.
Off the inbound, good looking play set up, but a miss for Evans. Hit her first shot, misses her second.
Evans could have found more success had she gone off a strong foundation off 2 feet instead of the one off balance foot.
Yaya Felder into the game, threw it into the corner. Nice save. Now a baseline drive and a kick. Vonleh will let it go. Not that time. And the rebound was saved right to Baylor. What effort! And Little Paige Buggs fouled down there. Now 14 fouls here.
Bree Sutton's a player who not just is important to Southern Mississippi scoring-wise, but also rebounding, assisting, steals. She does a little bit of everything in the stat sheets.
Got them both for Little Paige Buggs. Good free throw shooter, 76% coming into the weekend. Baylor lead. Good pace and rhythm to this basketball game so far. Jean far away from the basket, got a step on her defender, threw up a shot and got fouled.
Southern Mississippi knows who they're coming in to face, and they've got an extra chip on their shoulder because of it. Head coach McNellis told us that a huge key to this game was Southern Mississippi keeping Baylor's O boards under 10 on the game. And what's interesting is right now it's actually Southern Mississippi with 7 O boards compared to Baylor's 2. So Southern Mississippi is coming into this hot and ready to go.
Baylor's got the basketball here. Andrews was thinking about that 3. Andrews dribbles in for a 2 instead. It was short. Offensive rebound Baylor. And a kick out. Andrews fakes the 3 again. They got to pull the trigger here. Spin, shot, good, off glass. Man, that was creative from Jada Walker. 12-10 Baylor. Coming up on 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Jean with room. Did not take the shot. Then missed a cutting Seeper down there. Grayson, long way from the basket, dribbling her way down and making it off glass. Another answer for Southern Miss.
Grayson so good at finding the rim with her eyes. Even when she's backing down an opponent or spinning, at the last second before she shoots, she gets her focus on the rack.
Yaya Felder, knockdown 3 from the corner.
Felder gets the open 3 because Baylor's offense makes really quick decisions. Whether they're going to shoot it, pass it, or dribble it, they decide that quickly.
15-12 Baylor. And a whistle. Nope, they keep playing. Whip down low. Jean to Grayson. Pull up mid-range. In and out. Baylor on the move. Cross-court kick. Felder. That one in and out. Rebound Baylor. Crashing the glass all game. Little Paige Bugs behind the knee.
The offensive boards are going to be killer if Baylor can continue to get second chance opportunities. And when they get an offensive board, they often execute on that second chance opportunity.
Up to a 5-point lead for Baylor here. Back down low, Grayson trying to get her established. That shot no good as Vonleh played the D down there. Baylor feeling it. Andrews 3. Yes, got it. Back inside to Grayson. And she scores. Put her shoulder down and finished.
Grayson is so strong the way she uses her hips to back someone down.
Little Paige Bugs kicking it out. Walker peering over the D. Got it back from Yaya Felder, the Ohio transfer. Walker on the move, put up a wild shot. Little Paige Bugs did save it down there. 3 on the way. Fontleroy not that time. Rebound cleared by Seeper for Southern Miss.
Baylor already attacking the glass like crazy on the offensive side.
Southern Miss got away with it. Grayson down low, up and good, got the roll, no whistle. Malia Grayson all of a sudden has 8 points in this first quarter.
Grayson is a get out the way type of player. She's not worried about who's camping out inside the circle trying to take a charge.
Little Paige Bugs, what a move. Got her defender in the air, and they had to foul her. Former 5-star recruit, former McDonald's All-American. Alexi, I'd have to imagine for someone like her walking into a program like Baylor's with all that success and all that tradition and all those great players, there's a lot of pressure on you coming in as a 5-star. But certainly she's found her footing. And this season, the numbers just prove it out for Dariana.
A lot of pressure coming into a program like Baylor. However, ball players that have that competitive edge.
Second free throw off, but a break. Southern Miss couldn't clear the board, and Little Paige Bugs has 2 more.
Little Paige Bugs, and that shot fake is like a comfort thing. Gets her into her shot pocket perfectly.
Back up to a 7-point lead for Baylor. See if Southern Miss tries to go 2 for 1 here. Cooper a long way from the basket. Threw it up off glass and good. They do go 2 for 1.
And wow, Cooper with the left hand on the right side, off balance and fading away. Great focus to get that one to go.
There's about a 3-second difference game in shot clock here, so Baylor wisely trying to bleed off as much clock as they can. Walker being hounded defensively. She'll get some help from a screen. Now she gets downhill all the way to the rim.
Walker, such a quick first step.
Southern Miss got to go. They take a half quarter, and it's no good.
A huge key for her that she was telling her players about leading up to this game is that it's about effort and positioning over skill set and height. But Baylor comes out with more skill set, more height, and more effort.
Southern Miss will start this quarter with the ball. Nearly had it taken away. Down low, Grayson. No good. Grayson picked it up in that first quarter, though. 8 points.
And it wasn't Southern Mississippi's offense that was struggling. It's the defense and getting those defensive boards.
Lexi, you kept talking about that rebounding battle in the first quarter, which Baylor won big time. Open corner 3. Andrews knocks it down.
Andrews really consistent from three-point land, especially if she's wide open. She's got the confidence to shoot it even contested. Of course, she's going to nail that wide open.
Largest lead of the game for the Baylor Bears. Jean with 8 on the ticker. Jean moving left. Now a pass to the right, and Cooper fall away. That's good. I mean, you're on it. Southern Miss is making shots. It's just Baylor has had the answers on the other end.
And Cooper with another tough shot. Little Paige Buggs stayed in front. Good on the ball defense. Had a hand up to contest, and still Cooper pops it in.
Abraham lays it in off a really good entry pass from Yaya Felder.
The entry pass, Evan, is so important. If you feed your post right in the money, and when the defense is on the opposite side, it opens the lane up for an easy money bun for Southern Mississippi when they're going up against a ranked Baylor team.
Open 3. Another one down. Bella Fontleroy hits.
Fontleroy, another good three-point shooter for Baylor. Baylor as a team is just a really good three-point shooting team. 32% on the season. Everyone has to be guarded along the arc.
Turnover, Southern Miss. Baylor turning up the heat. Pass in transition. Finish for Little Paige Buggs.
And good for Grayson to stay clean down there because Baylor was definitely looking to draw that third foul on it.
Now she's posting up down low. Evans on the drive and finish. Nice little spin in the lane.
Evans' spin was so quick it left the defense in the dust.
Lost Andrews in transition. Corner 3 down for Baylor.
Andrews snuck over behind the defense, camping out in that corner. That's not someone you want to leave wide open.
16-point lead for Baylor. Southern Miss has made 5 of their last 6 shots. It's just Baylor's offense has been remarkably good so far. Grayson, turnaround shot, short, fell to the rebound.
Southern Mississippi needs more players crashing their offensive boards.
Walker all the way to the rim. Give Jada Walker 8. Nicki Collen, got to be loving what you're seeing from her team right now. Former coach in the WNBA with Atlanta, come to Baylor, and the success has been there. Lexi, when you look at the matchup down low right now, Vonleh for Baylor, I'm curious, from your perspective as a coach, how do you handle the whole someone gets 2 fouls? Are you scared to put them in the game?
It depends on the player.
Andrews drive kick. Walker's open. That 3 off. Southern Miss got away from one there. Grayson on a handoff to Jean. Nyla almost turned it over. Sutton on Jennings. Threw it up, no good. Maybe she was looking for a call. Baylor on the run. Walker throws it into the corner. Andrews gives it up. Fontleroy, yes! What gorgeous basketball from Baylor.
The inside-out game is another reason Baylor is capitalizing from deep. They get those paint touches, whether it's a dribble or a direct entry pass, and that forces Southern Mississippi's defense to suction inside, opening up the three balls.
Manley, no good, but we're not quite sure why. But if you were a full-time starter and then all of a sudden
you're able to compartmentalize and just say, you know, whatever is best for the team is best for me. Those players are the type of players I aspire to be, because I was a player that would get in my head a little bit if you had me starting and then had me coming off the bench after that.
You just got to look at Nicki Collen, head coach for Baylor, third season, coming up on 80 wins. It would be 80 wins if she wins all 3 games down in Paradise this week. The unenviable task of having to replace one of the best coaches in collegiate basketball. Kim Mulkey, of course, was at Baylor and then went on to LSU. Coach Collen has done a great job keeping a good thing going. Andrews corner 3, not there, but Baylor, another old board. Walker gave it up. Andrews 3 again.
Andrews.
Trying to get Grayson inside. Couldn't feed it to her. Spinning shot. Evans, no. Little Paige Bugs back in. Fighting through the D. Missing the shot, which she was also fouled. Dance around the fire and hope you don't get burned. Southern Miss just got burned with that third foul on Grayson.
Hey, Grayson has 2. She might get this third one. You're in a situation where you know that's also your best player and the player that's producing the most offense for you right now. So you really want to leave them
coming
in
out of
so
nowhere.
that
Walker got... Sorry, Lexi. All of a sudden, Walker. 21-point lead for Baylor. Cut to the rim. Picked off. All going Baylor's way down the stretch in the first half. Lob inside. Tough catch amidst a double. Bounce outside. Fontleroy again. Another 3.
Really good decision by Bartley getting that ball inside. She had 2-3 players on her. She hung on to it really strong, had the vision up, and found an open 3-point shooter.
Southern Miss just wants some good news. Manley, no. Bartley, rebound. Felder into the front court, being hounded. Fontleroy, oh, she thought about it.
Good by Manley to stop ball.
Walker spinning away. Jada Walker, good. Another roll in. Baylor just can't miss.
Gosh, and it's tough for Southern Mississippi because Manley did a really good job in transition defense that time, stopping ball. But then Baylor's also really comfortable with pulling it back out, setting up their half court.
Block down there. Little Paige Bugs can make it happen on both ends of the floor.
Little Paige Bugs averages a block per game, and watch how she shuffles those feet, and even though she's beat by a half an inch, she's still able to stay clean with that long wingspan.
Trinity Rowe waiting for a screen. Didn't quite get it. Now they get it to Evans. Maya Evans. A lot of moves, no room. Cooper. That wasn't close. And Southern Miss down the stretch in this half. But a 6-second difference, game and shot clock here. Does Baylor have another highlight in a first half full of them? Into the corner, Fontleroy. Halfway down and out. I guess they got to miss one at some point. Final trip of the half for Southern Miss. Trinity Rowe, the freshman from Kentucky. Former Miss Basketball in Kentucky. Gotta go. Lost the ball out of bounds. Stays here. What do they draw up here? Rowe into the corner. Cooper on the move. Wave it off. She traveled. All the success that UConn's had. South Carolina with Dawn Staley's built an amazing program. Iowa ascended the last few years with Caitlin Clark. But this Baylor program, when you're making a list of the top programs in women's college hoops, you've got to put them on the list.
That's right. I don't know how Baylor been there, done that year in, year out. Caitlin Clark was new to the game.
Foul to start the half on Walker, and then Southern Miss gives it up. Vonleh down low. Nice catch by Little Page Bugs. Got met. All ball, no whistle.
Southern Mississippi did a good job doubling.
Baylor on the run out again. Little Page Bugs cleans it up. Got it back. Wanted a foul. Didn't get it. I guess she'll have to take two. Whoever wins this one gets the winner of Indiana-Columbia, our second game. Nice drive to the rim. Red Sea parted in two for Evans.
Good idea by Sieper to shoot that, though. Nobody in sight. You're wide open. You have to shoot it.
Walker, what a find. Fontleroy three. Got it.
Gosh, Baylor's inside-out game is so lethal. Every time they get a paint touch, Southern Mississippi defense suctions inside and leaves the three-point shooters wide open. Southern Mississippi has to be better about helping when they're guarding a three-point shooter.
Now Grayson playing with those three fouls, way off on the shot.
Jean's playing with that frustration.
Walker's passed, almost stolen. Still time for Baylor here. Vonleh kicked it out. Yaya Felder three, that's good. Now clearly being defined by that three-point shooting. Southern Miss coaching staff kind of felt it would be that way. They want more threes from their team. Rowe right there just missed. That's only the fourth three-point try of the game for Southern Miss. Looks like we have a kick ball right near that Baylor sideline.
Coming into your lane.
Felder, nice drive and finish. All of a sudden, Yaya has the last five for Baylor.
Felder, a player who transferred out of the MAC, the Mid-American Conference at Ohio. She was as athletic as they come in the Mid-American Conference as Southern Mississippi finds two down low. But Yaya Felder, her athleticism has transferred over beautifully in the Power 5 level.
Yaya was one of the best in the MAC in her days at OU. Fontleroy high off the glass. You talk about getting the angle right.
Fontleroy does a nice job at getting those eyes locked on the rim, not worried about who's coming in to contest the shot when she's driving inside.
Cross-court pass ended up working out. Sieper on the move. That's a fall away. Jay not there. Guess who? Felder with a rebound. And a run out for Baylor. Walker in and out. Rebound saved by Felder. To Vonleh, up and good. Yaya making it happen.
Never giving up on the play.
I mean, this is what makes Baylor dangerous, right? Little Page Bugs, yes, she's played well today, but it's been all the other pieces who have shined in a team effort. Sutton kicks it out. Three for Southern Miss. That's not there for Samantha Shanks.
Yeah, only two players for Baylor average over double-digit scoring, and that's Little Page Bugs and Walker. But today, Baylor just really sharing the ball. Everybody's pitching in.
Fontleroy three, no. She'd made 4 of her first 8. Inbound to Evans. Drive and met by Nelms, who's just checked into the game for Baylor.
Evans has to use her offhand to deflect any hands coming in.
Nice shot by Morgan Sieper. Little room and made it from the mid-range.
Sieper continues to shoot through some woes for Southern Mississippi. Sieper doing a good job finding opening spaces.
Kayla Nelms got lost down low, and that's a bucket.
And a player that never gives up.
Abraham the rebound after the Sieper miss.
That Indiana win against Stanford, figuring out who they were, who was going to step up to be their go-to scorer, and they started to figure out some of those things in that Stanford game.
Fontleroy makes 1 of 2. Bell is the leading scorer today for Baylor, 15 now. Samantha Shanks. Give it up. Evans down that left side. Up and good. Count it. Off to the line.
It'll be hard for Nelms sometimes when players will pull her to the outside. She's got to still work on her speed and her quickness, but a lot of things as a freshman are already translating.
Jada Walker. For Abraham, there's Nelms. These are some good minutes for the freshman in this third quarter.
Nelms really good at finding positioning early on in the half-court set. She gets the defense sealed on her backside and then just beats you with a quick footwork.
Trinity Rowe, smooth-looking move.
Rowe, nice shot. Very fluid shot and robotic.
Trinity missed basketball in Kentucky last year, one of the greatest high school girls players in the history of Kentucky. Abraham spinning down low. Baylor off the bench, taking advantage of that size still.
Trinity Rowe, we've talked about her shot, but she had over 1,000 assists in high school as well. It's her vision that really separates her.
3 ball good. Morgan Sieper. There's your first 3 of the game for Southern Miss.
And off the assist of Rowe. Good find.
Good to see some shots falling for Southern Miss. They've been falling all day for Baylor. They'll hit them from anywhere on the court. That's their 11th 3.
Southern Mississippi needs that sprint out to the three-pointer.
Nice offense. Good cut and a finish for Jemiah Evans, who leads all Southern Miss players now with 12. Walker on the drive. Couple at the line for Walker. Transfer for Baylor. Played her first couple of seasons at Kentucky. First season as a Baylor Bear last year. Started every game, about 8 points per game. Jada's elevated to just over 12 points per game this year. Grayson back in with the 4 fouls. Rowe gives it up. Cooper on the move. Down low, Grayson, great offense.
Good to see Grayson back in.
Long shot, no good, and that sends us to the 4th in Paradise.
They're doing a good job staying out of foul trouble, not getting any silly fouls, not getting unforced turnovers. Their three-point shooting is insane. Felder with another one that time, shooting over 40% from deep.
Felder now at double figures with 11. They're keeping Grayson out there with those 4 fouls. She's working hard down there, missing the shot. Rebound block. Yeah, that's definitely going to be on Grayson. She's just fouled out. So, Lexi, Grayson finishes with the 12, but did you see her get frustrated? Do you think some of those fouls were frustration?
I didn't feel like Grayson's fouls were frustration fouls. I felt it was a lack of attention to detail fouls more so for Grayson.
Oh, nice job getting to the rim and scoop and score. Sarah Andrews, 14.
Andrews, such a dynamic 3-level scorer. She hit a few threes, and that's what made Southern Mississippi's defense start sprinting out at her, but that's what gets her open on the inside. A quick first step gets her all the way to the rack.
Cooper down low, off glass, and good.
It's a lot more Southern Mississippi's defense in rebound battle than offense.
Felder all the way to the rim. 13 for the senior from Hartford, Connecticut. Nyla Jean on the drive. That's a nice finish.
And Felder, she was used to a score-first mentality. Foul trouble.
Jennings, corner 3, no. Board and a reload for Baylor like they've done all day. Walker got it from 3.
They find a lot more open shots by playing team ball.
Jennings steal off the inbound. Felder, no. Got fouled, though, by Manley at Ohio. when she was in the MAC, second team in the MAC, like this. There are going to be a couple of games this year where Baylor needs rescuing, someone to give them pop and scoring, and it feels like Yaya is going to bring it to them more often. Felder getting a much-deserved rest. I'm not sure we'll see her again. Cooper on the move. Vonleh staying in front of her. Cooper missed the shot. Vonleh rebound.
And good help by Bartley to come and off the help line and test that
shot. Jennings got another three. That's her second.
My goodness, Baylor just cashing in from the outside. It's like they're just on the Dr. Dish right now with no defense.
92 points for Baylor. Southern Miss shot good for Manley. Just in case you're wondering, the season high for Baylor in scoring is 104. Scored that back on the 14th. Little Paige Bugs back in. Out to Walker. Walker got a screen. Kept on driving all the way to the rim.
Walker, nice job slicing through from the right side of the court over to the left. The defense not quick enough to keep up with her Hezzies.
94-point performance for Baylor. Manley being defended down there. Ball loose and out of bounds. It will be Southern Miss. With Coach, even after all she's been through, not feeling like you want to go and tack your own life with some enthusiasm.
Yeah, inspired is absolutely how you feel after talking to Coach McNellis. I mean, she couldn't even be at the game against Bowling Green, where Southern Mississippi played a very close game in because she fractured her back. And she said coming into this game against Baylor, she knew that they've got some injured players. They've got adversity on this team, but they're used to adversity. They're not shying away from it, and as long as they can get some of these little attention to detail things right and just play with effort as Baylor gets another and one down low.
You know, the unique thing about a tournament like this is you're playing game after game. Everyone guaranteed to play 3 games in 3 days, no matter how many wins or losses you have. You got to have the ability to flip the script and the page quick. Jennings for Felder. Pass down low, tried to get it into a double team. Nelms was covered. Cooper driving. That shot good. That's a nice finish over Abraham.
Cooper has played with so much athleticism today, and she hasn't given up or played frustrated through this deficit at all.
Jennings 3. That was off. Shooting, all things considered, has been pretty good. Jennings comes back to pick it off. You will see in this tournament, at least to start, sometimes teams are slower shooting because they're getting used to the different backdrop in Atlantis. Little Paige Bugs, in and out. Offensive rebound, Nelms. Little Paige Bugs made it. Manley, not that time. Man, look at the effort from Southern Miss. Going to get a foul. Galantly off the bench, Lexi.
It's good to see Galantly giving them one.
Could be our final possession of the game for Baylor. Can they get to 100? That's a 3. That's good. They get to triple digits. Little Paige Bugs.
Little Paige Bugs goes to work in the paint, but she's got that three-point shot to stretch you out too.
Oh, and a 3 on the other end. That's a good-looking shot for Southern Miss. If Baylor gets a 3 here, they tie the season high in scoring. I'd be shocked if they take one. Not a bad day at the office when you drop over 100. Baylor scores 101. And in game 1 of the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis, one of the better teams in the country meant business.